Congratulations on signing a new contract. What was the thought process behind it, and how did the talks go between yourself and the club?
There wasn't much thought process behind it. It's it's all I really know, to be honest. And the talks were as it has been my whole career here. It's been pretty simple and straightforward. So I love being here. It's 5 minutes away from where I stay. It's a great place to be. I know people behind the scenes at the club are now good friends, and it's especially when things are going so well on the pitch, it was I was just happy to extend.
What does it mean to you that the manager's got confidence in you? Obviously, he's been singing your praises this season. He's given you a new deal. Does that give you extra confidence?
Yeah, it does, of course. It's especially because this season, having not played as much as I would have liked, it's as you go older, you always start to think. You get to a certain age, and I still believe I've got a lot to give, and having not played, it's a good feeling being rewarded with a new contract.
How have you found your role this season? Obviously, one of the pros at the club. Maybe not played as much as you liked, but the team are flying. Yeah,
it's been difficult. It's never. We train all week to hoping to play, and when you don't play on a Saturday, it's not easy. But what we've got this season is a fantastic squad. We've got strength and depth everywhere. I can't remember a Kilmarnock squad in my time here that is as strong as the one we've got now, and it's when we've been doing so well, you can't complain too much, and it's just about taking your chance, and whenever you do get that chance, just to try and have an effect.
Just going back to the contract extension, taking you back to when you were a younger player, you first signed your first deal here. You envisaged that this is what your career was going to be? You were going to be here for this length of time?
No. Even after the first 4 or 5 years, people would say, "Oh, you're going to be here forever." And at that point, you've got aspirations to go and do certain things. And for one reason or another, I've stayed here. And as time goes on, you start to cherish it. And I would love to just keep extending here. It's, as I said, it's a family club. It's everyone gets on with everyone. We've got I think what the manager's done the last 2 seasons, he's built a squad that obviously a good playing squad, that very good players, but a squad that get on really well together. I can't remember having many. Well, it ties in with the squad we had under Steve Clarke, how close we were, and I think this rivals it. And there's no coincidence that you get performances on the pitch when it's like that. So, I just want to keep. I'd love to stay here as long as I can. If
you do stay here as long as you can, end up finishing your career here, is that a career fulfilled, where you look back and think, I'm so glad that I've spent as long as I have here?
Oh, of course, it's and I think as I get older, I can drop my daughter off at nursery and be in. I could leave a train at 9:15. I speak to boys that are an hour away. I've always just had it on the doorstep, and as somebody that wants to spend time with their family, it's absolutely ideal, and it ticks every box, and I'm just thoroughly enjoying it.
And you mentioned this is the best squad you've played. I think it's 12 seasons you've been a first team regular at Kilmarnock. Does that just show as a testament to the job that the manager and his team have done?
Yeah, absolutely. It's as I mentioned there about the depth of squad. We've still got a few injuries to come back in, and if you look at our bench right now, you've got Greg Stewart, Gary Mackay-Steven and Kevin Van Veen in your bench. If you'd have said that 4 years ago, you'd have gone, what are you talking about? So it's just the club's going in the right direction. And I think if this time we can just, having had previous experience of what we did wrong the last time we had a successful year, I think the club have learnt lessons. I'll hopefully learn lessons on how to be better and not be beaten at the. If we do finish the season strongly, and that's a testament to where the club want to be.
And do you allow yourself amongst junior players to talk about things like Europe and what would come with that?
No, I think I can probably speak about it better than some of the others. But I think at Kilmarnock it's always about, first is survival, and then you can start to think of the top 6, and once you tick that off, then you can. If you're in that top 6, it's going to be tough games, and it's going to be difficult. But the manager's been good at just taking game by game, and let's try and tick off the top 6 first.
And you mentioned that 4 years ago you couldn't have seen players like Greg Stewart and Kevin Van Veen on the bench. Could you have envisioned in summer that this season could have gone as well as it has so far?
No, not after our first couple of pre-season games. We went to Northern Ireland and weren't very good. So no, I didn't foresee that. But as the pre-season went on, we knew what we're starting to build and the players we're bringing in, and then the first game of the season kind of, it showed us what we could do.
And what kind of challenge are you expecting from Hearts?
Similar to the games we've played, I don't think there's much in the games. We even played them in a bounce game. There wasn't much in the game, and I think it'll be a tight game with, probably not too many goals. And Hearts is also a place that we've quite enjoyed going. So, I think it's got the making of a good game.
And I think there's only 3 teams in the league you haven't beaten this season. 2 of them are Hearts and Ross County. You play them in the next 2 games. How important could it be psychologically to beat those 2 teams going into this split?
Oh, huge! It's huge. If we get top 6, we're going to have to play Hearts again. So, I don't think it doesn't matter who you're playing just now. It's wins. And accumulating wins at this point of the season just goes so far, so it'll be a nice time to beat the 2 of them. And
just to go back to one of your answers previously, you mentioned about the kind of harmony in the squad. It seems like it's something that's quite important to you. As someone who's been around this club for a long time, is that up there with ability as well, having that kind of camaraderie you have between you and the rest of the players?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's, last season was a real struggle at times, and I think the camaraderie and the dressing room that we had, it went a long way. It's not going to win you matches, but it goes a long way coming in and enjoying being with your teammates. It's as I said earlier, it's no coincidence that this season and under the Steve Clarke regime, it's similar, because it's 2 very good playing squads that get on really well with each other outside the pitch.